everyone, welcome back to Navara. Today I'm here to tell you the 5 mistakes I did as a NEET aspirant, and maybe you're doing it too. So this video is your chance for a quick self-analysis. Somebody asks me, what is that one book that I can completely rely on for my NEET UG preparation? I will say NCERT. Many of the students, whether they study in any coaching or by themselves, do not read NCERT textbooks. They get so involved in the coaching material, cramming up facts that are completely unnecessary for the NEET UG exam. And this is one of the biggest mistakes a NEET aspirant can possibly do. Especially for the subjects like biology, organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry, you cannot afford to avoid reading NCERT at any cost. NCERT has enormous amount of knowledge wrapped up in a few pages. Do not forget to read the chapter intros, the summaries and the text below the diagram. I'm sure you'll be surprised to see the information, the details that the NCERT contains. I clearly remember being scared of giving tests. I used to think that I will score bad and then I will feel bad and then I'll be demotivated. Gradually, I realized a very basic logic, that scoring bad in test is 1,000 times better than scoring bad in the actual NEET exam. Tests are like mirrors which show you the reality, and it takes courage to accept the reality. Analyze those mistakes, they actually take you a level higher. Fact check. Majority of the NEET aspirants who prepare for NEET belong to the 17 to 20 age group category, and this naturally makes us one of the most distracted populations of this country. But a competitive exam like NEET requires a higher level of focus. Now, is it really too difficult to do this? Well, not exactly. A few simple tricks like using a table and a chair to study, putting your phone away when you're studying, and taking small breaks in between your studying sessions will definitely help you stay focused for a longer period of time. And as a result, you'll end up scoring better in NEET. Okay, so this is the most dangerous one. Let me explain it to you through an example. Suppose there's a class going on and there are 100 students sitting in that class. And there's this boy called, let's say, Pikachu. So, all the students are being taught physics and the teacher is teaching rotational motion. And Pikachu does not understand that why the work done by friction in pure rolling is 0. Very basic, right? So he gets up and asks his teacher the same doubt. And a few of the toppers, the front benchers of his class, turn back and laugh at him for not knowing a very basic concept. Pikachu becomes self-conscious, he sits down and never asks any doubt again. And as a result, Pikachu ends up scoring bad in NEET. So, do you want to be like Pikachu? Definitely not. What you don't realize is that you're not the only Pikachu sitting in that class. There are 10 other students who do not know that thing. And you being self-conscious about people laughing at you will make you lag behind the concepts which are very important for the examination. This is very silly, but I understand. Because I myself was at that stage, I myself was a Pikachu once, but you have to overcome that fear of being judged by people, because at the end you all are running in a race and this self-conscious behavior is gonna be fatal for you. We learned a chapter and after a few days we feel we don't remember anything. When we read it again, we feel like we're reading it for the first time. That's right, because we read it only once. Let me explain this point to you in a more scientific/biological way. Think of our brain as some sort of a software. And this software has 2 files for storing whatever you read, whatever you learn. One is the short-term memory file and one is a long-term memory file. So what happens is, whatever you read for the first time goes into the short-term memory file. And our brain automatically deletes all those files after a certain period of time. But hey, whatever you read today, you want to remember it at least the NEET exam day. So how do we transfer the STM files to the LTM files? Well, The answer is revisions. Revision are like layers. The more revision you do, the more layers you add up, and ultimately a better and a quicker transfer from the STM to the LTM. You will be able to retain all those topics till the NEET exam, and hence you'll end up scoring great numbers. Although there are 1,000 other mistakes a NEET aspirant does, but these were the 5 major ones that probably most of us do. I hope you could relate to some of these, and I hope that you work hard enough that one day you do not relate to any of them. Working hard, learn from these mistakes, learn from my mistakes, because your time is very precious and you do not have time to make mistakes. Also, there's this little announcement. So, a lot of you have asked me about the different subject wise approach to different subjects like physics, chemistry, biology. So, I decided to come up with a series specifically targeting the subject wise strategy. So, there's a lot more educational and fun stuff coming up. So, stay tuned, keep rocking, bye bye.